So today we are looking at the Javi-OS 24.03.3. So this is the latest Linux distro in my channel. So it's a Debian based Linux distribution with JWM. So here we have the boot menu like other language. So it's basically a Spanish language, but you can choose the other languages if you want. And the booting process will take a few minutes here, maybe 1 or 2 minutes. Sometimes it's going to take like 3 minutes. Sometimes it's going to be lesser. And also I'm running it on the virtual machine right now, which is VMware with 60 GB of virtual disk, 8 GB of RAM, and my CPU is i5-1240p. So I randomly found this Linux distribution in the SourceForge website. So it has a JWM and it's a Debian based Linux distribution. So I already tried to boot this Linux distribution, it worked properly, but I'm going to go through all those options and all those things. So JWM is a lightweight desktop environment, you already know. So let it take few more minutes or few more seconds and we're going to continue with it. And also I'll be posting 2 videos daily without missing. So if you want to subscribe, you can subscribe. So here we have the desktop layout. So let's choose the language here. So it's Italian now. So it was before the Spanish, but right now it says like Italian, and also everything is changed. So I'm going to keep it like a default one. So I'm going to reboot it and I'm going to restart as the Spanish, which is the default language. I thought there will be some different languages like English and anything else like that, but right now we don't see anything like that. We just see the Italian now. So I'm going to restart the PC and I will get back. So we are back here again. So here are all the options, like a default will be the Spanish language and other language will be Italian. And these are like a load to RAM and also the failsafe and other options. So I'm going to boot it as a default. Again, it's going to take like a 1.5 minute or a minute. So, and also the user experience will be a bit different when compared to the bare metal, because running right now is a virtual machine. I'm not talking about this specific Linux distribution. I'm talking about every Linux distribution. I make a video on it. So most distributions will work properly without any issues, but some random distributions will have some hiccups here and there, like a kind of minor lags. So that's the reason it's always better to try it on your own, do your own research, and it will be different in the bare metal. And also in the bare metal, it's going to be consuming less resources like hardware resources. RAM and CPU will be less consuming when compared to the virtual machines. Even if you provide every good hardware specs like 8 GB of RAM, i5-1240p CPU, you should be still minor hiccups in the VMware, but in the VirtualBox it's going to be working fine. Because always I tried in the VMware, there was some issues, but the same distro when I tried it in the VirtualBox, we don't see any issues. So it's better to try if you have like a virtual machines, try to install both those virtual machines and try to do your best there. So if you feel good in the VirtualBox, go with the VirtualBox. If you good feel in the virtual machine VMware, you can try it in the VMware. So here is our login credentials, the accessibility. Some are English, and you can see it's Spanish Windows, and here is the Win keys. So you get the both options like Italian and the Spanish. So same thing, everything. And the password is something weird, which is 1811 1811 instead of the live. It's okay, whatever, it's clearly up to them. So the password is 1811. And it's going to take like a few seconds and we should be seeing our desktop layout. You don't get a bunch of bloatware or anything like that in this distribution. You just get some few applications available like a Refractor installer on the desktop layout. And here you can see all the applications. Let me show you all the applications. On the accessories, you get some of the applications here. Under development, you get the icon browser. Internet, you get the Zen Browser, which is like a Firefox web browser, and some VPN. I think you need to pay for the VPN, I guess. I don't know it's a free or paid like that. And multimedia, you get the Audacious MPV media player, and under the system you get this many of the applications. So let's go to the settings and see what we get in the settings. JWM kit, and here are all the options. Let's make it bigger. So here is like a I button. So here is some JWM kit information. So these are all the changes you can do. Let's first go with the appearance. So here you can change the themes. So I'm going to keep this one. So if you want to choose anything else, you can choose like a Mora and all those things. So you can choose whatever you want here. On the buttons, you can choose the buttons. Everything is same. It's just like a, so you can see everything is like a same thing, just some gray colors, that's it. So there is nothing complicated or there is nothing new changes here. You get the everything same here. On the desktops, let it load. So it says like a lightweight, but I don't see anything like a lightweight. There is like a minor lag. Here are the wallpapers. If you want to change, you can change it. I'm going to choose this one. And the preference, these are all the preferences. Wallpaper, solid color, gradient. You can even browse through your folders. Here is the about, and if you want to apply, you can apply. And here are the preference. So there are like a lot of customizations here. So here is a wallpaper. And let's close these things and let's check other things. So I think it's not working properly, so it's okay. Here is the groups. So if you ask me whether to use this Linux distribution or not, if you're a normal user, never go with this type of Linux distributions. But if you're a Linux tester or a distro hopper, it's a new Linux distro, you can try it in the virtual machines. So if you're a normal user, it's better to stay away from this type of Linux distributions and always go with the well-known distributions, because there is some like some privacy issues for some random Linux distributions. So it's better go with the well-known distributions if you don't know what are the new distributions. So there are a lot of Linux distributions available, like a well-known distributions like a Linux Mint, Ubuntu, and they have also like a 3-4 years of support with the latest Linux kernels. So it's better to go with those type of Linux like a MX Linux, Endeavour OS, Zorin, lot of distributions. It's clearly up to you. Choose whatever desktop environment you want. If you want to go with Ubuntu, you can go with the Ubuntu like a Ubuntu with XFCE desktop environment, Lubuntu with LXQT desktop environment. So you have like a lot of options there if you have like a low-end PC. So again, if you're a normal user, if you want to try it, you can try it in the virtual machines. Don't try to install it on your main PC or work PC. So just use for fun, and if you're satisfied, then keep it like in the virtual machines, or else just remove that ISO file and get another distributions, because I'll be providing 2 distributions every day, so you don't need to worry about anything. There are plenty of distributions available. And here is the tray options. So everything is like a kind of delay also. I don't know how it performs on the bare metal, but right now I don't see anything like a quicker like that, not like a Lubuntu. So LXQT desktop environment is way better when compared to this. It's my point of view. It will be different for you. So don't comment like that. LXQT is not better. Like it's not your opinion. It's my opinion. So I'm going to say my point of view. If you want to say your point of view, you can say it in my comment section. I don't have any problem. So here you need to have the password here, which is 1811. And like a Bluetooth adapters, monitor settings. If you want to set the monitor settings, you can change it. And here is some information. So okay, monitor settings. Here is the available display resolutions. I have my monitor resolution here. Let me change it to 1920 into 1080. And also it's going to take a few seconds here. Here is the about. I don't know why when we click on the anything, it's going to take a lot of time, or else it's going to like a stop on the screen. So this is the issue. So that's the reason I always say, if you're a normal user, stay away from this type of distributions. They will be having some issues. Let me click on apply. And it's going to take a few more seconds here. Let me save it. So it's not working. So some distribution doesn't work, so it's better to try it in the VirtualBox if you have VirtualBox, and try it on your own. You need to test it like a 3-4 times, so it's a bit annoying thing. So it's okay for a Linux tester and for people who make videos on the YouTube. It's okay for us, but if you're a normal user, don't go for this type of distributions. Go with the well-known distributions. And also the mouse pointer is not working right now, so I can't click on anything. I can't move any applications. So this is how it's performing right now. So I'm going to wait for a few more seconds and we are going to continue. Let's see does it work or not. So we are back again. So I restarted the PC again because of the completely screen was frozen. So I'm going to type in the password 1811 and we should be seeing the desktop layout. So I'm going to open the browser and I'm going to show you some information. So you get the 6.1 Linux kernel in this distribution. So let it load. So there was a lot of issues in this distribution. So it's better to try it in the virtual machines like a VirtualBox or a VMware. Don't try it in the main PC or work PC. So I think everything is loaded. So let me change the, I can't change the display settings because it doesn't let me do that. So I'm going to keep it like this and I'm going to open the browser. You get the Zen Browser. I never heard of this browser, but we are going to get all the information. So it's going to give you some welcome screen and all those things. Let it load everything. So here is the welcome of the Zen Browser. Click next. So if you want to change your theme, you can change it. So I choose the yellow color and I choose the light version, but it's not allowing me to do that. Let's keep it like a default dark theme. Click next. Here you can choose your search engine. So if you want to go with the private, you can go with the DuckDuckGo. If you want to go with the Google, it's clearly up to you. So click on next. And here is some information about the browser. Let's check the about Zen Browser. So here is the version of the Zen Browser. It's downloading the new update. So it's 1.01. So let me type in. Let me first remove all those things. About. Support. So it's a Spanish keyboard. So we need to remove some things here. About. So you need to use the greater than symbol in the keyboard. And you just type in like about support and you should be getting all the information about the browser and also the distro. So name this Zen, the version is 1.01, so which is unnecessary. So the OS, it says Linux kernel 6.1.0. So let me open the, so here is the another tab, I guess. Let me open the tab. Let me type in like a Linux kernel and hit enter. So we have the 6.1 Linux kernel in this distribution. So 6.1 is a long-term version, as you can see. So here you should be getting what is the mainline, stable versions and the long-term versions. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, like a mainline, stable and long-term, you just need to click on the releases and you should be getting all the information. If you see the RC, it's a pre-patch or the release candidate version. And here is the mainline information about the stable and the long-term version. So right now we are using the 6.0 version. So it's a long-term version supported until like December 2026. Release date is 2022. Here is the information. In order to get some kernel information, you can just type in like a uname-r, uname-a, inxi, inxi-sv8, neofetch, fastfetch, whatever you want, you can type it to get the kernel information. And also you can get it in the settings about information. So here is complete information about the Linux kernel. Now let's go to the downloading process. Just type in like a SourceForge. So there is no official website for this distribution. Open the first link is the official website of the SourceForge. So it's going to verify. It's going to take a few seconds. And you just need to type in like a Javi-OS. So I already restarted like a 3 times, so it's okay. So it's better if you're a normal user, stay away from this type of distributions. If you want to try it, you can try it in the virtual machines, but never try it in the main PC or work PC. And it's not allowing us to go to the SourceForge website. And about the Javi Linux, I'm going to provide all the information in the description somehow, but it's not opening in the distro itself. So you just need to type in like a Javi-OS in the source forge, and that's it. Here is the ISO files, which is 6 days ago, and this is the ISO files you get. So Debian Linux, JWM, and all those information. The ISO file is right here, which is light version 1.4 GB. The ISO file is 24.03.3, and here is some information, and the password is 1811. So if you want to change this Linux distribution language, so let me first change the language and continue with that. Just cut or copy the link of the SourceForge website, Javi-OS. Just type in like a translate. Hit enter. Go to the link, which is Google Translate, and click on the websites and paste it here, and click on the arrow button here, and it will change all the language which is in the Spanish. It's going to change it in the English, so we can read everything. So it's a Debian Linux with the JWM, lightweight and stable. So they said it's stable, but it's working like a beta version. So that was my point of view. And what is a Javi-OS? Javi-OS is a Linux distribution designed to offer a fluid and secure user experience using the latest generation real-time kernel. So you have the LTS kernel, which I already showed you, which is 6.1, or the stable version of LTS. So it guarantees exceptional performance. Its graphical interface combines the lightness of JWM with the flexibility of Rofi and the aesthetics of Tin2. So I don't see any smooth experience or anything like that. So I already restarted it 3 times. So that was my point of view. I don't know how it performs on your PC. Even if I have like a i5 1240p CPU and 8 GB of RAM and 60 GB of virtual disk, I'm facing this type of issues. But it's going to perform better sometimes in some PCs, but it's going to performing like this in my PC. And also I'm running it on the virtual machine, so you need to remember that also. So I'm telling everything about my point of view, and I'm facing all those things. It will be different for you. So it's clearly up to you to do your own research, and if you try, do let me know in the comment section. And Javi-OS makes software management easy thanks to the integration of tools such as Flatpak, Nala, and LPKG. For web browsing, Javi-OS includes the Zen Browser, while for multimedia it offers the MPV media player and the Audacious audio player. So you don't get any bunch of applications, you just get like a few applications, which is like a MPV media player and Audacious. I already showed you all the applications or pre-installed applications you get. In short, Javi-OS offers a combination of performance, security, and ease of use that makes it an excellent choice for users for all levels. And about the recommended requirements, you need to have like a 2 GB or more, but I already have like a 8 GB of RAM. Minimum is 1 GB of RAM. The system consumes between 200 to 300 MB when turned on. CPU 1.10 GHz or more. Disk space is 10 GB minimum, 20 GB recommended for more. So these are all the system requirements. And super is just a Windows key, and space you already know. Super plus F. Like this, you should be seeing the file manager. You just need to type in like click on the Windows key, which is a super key. And here you have the Pacman. Here is the desktop, here is the installer, and here are the applications you get. So these are all the applications you get from the Javi-OS. And here is the preference. You can customize. We already tried to customize, but it didn't let us to do anything, and it completely frozen. So these are all the things you get from this distribution. So it's better to try it on your own, and do let me know in the comment section how it performs. So let me try to type in like a neofetch and inxi. So commands not found. If you want to install, you can install the all those things. So I installed the neofetch and inxi. So let's open the terminal and let's type in the neofetch. Hit enter. So operating system, it says as a Debian New Linux 12 bookworm. So it's based on Debian 12 bookworm stable version, and the kernel version is 6.1.0. Uptime is almost 15 minutes. Packages is 1243 DPKG. Shell bash version is 5.2.15. Monitor resolution 1280 into 800. Desktop environment, here is the desktop environment, JWM, and the theme, icons, the terminal, my CPU which is i5 1240p, and RAM it's consuming like a 2.2 GB or 2.300 MB, 2 GB, 2.3 GB. So I'm a bit of stuttering, I don't know why, so it's okay. INXI-SV8, let me type in. So instead of typing the INXI-SV8, I typed it wrong. So let me close this thing and let me open it again. So we don't have any upside things like a NeoFetch or anything. INXI-SV8. So you need to choose the keyboard because it's a Spanish language. It's going to change when you click on the keyboard. So you need to try every option and you need to get the perfect. So if you want to choose the dash option, you need to click on the greater than symbol to get the dash because of the different language. So here is the complete distro information. Let's go through all the information and we're going to end the video because there is literally nothing left after this. So there is light lag or any like a black screen on the top side corner, as you can see. And it's taking a bit of time, and also there is like a lot of issues in this distro. So let's go with the system. It says like a host is light, kernel version already mentioned 64-bit, compiler GCC version is 12.2.0, desktop it's not available, lightdm version is 1.26.0, distro it says like a Debian 12 bookworm. Here is like a VMware information which is unnecessary for the video. CPU, which I already said like a 3-4 times. Vulnerabilities, which is unnecessary for the video. And about the graphics, VMWGFX version is 2.20 and display is X11 and Xorg version is 1.21.1.7. And what else we have here? Some available display resolutions like a monitor. OpenGL version is 4.3. Mesa is 22.3.6. And here is some audio information. Here is the ELSA, and pulse audio information or pulse audio version is 16.1. and this is like a network partitions, drives, Bluetooth, which is unnecessary for the video. And in the bottom you should be seeing the process 336. Uptime is almost 16 minutes, but we already restarted it like a 3-4 times because of the issue. Init systemd version is 252. Shell bash version 5.2.15, INXI version is 3.3.26. So let me type in cat /etc/issue. So it says like a Debian new Linux 12. So we got all the information. So if you want to install anything, you can install it. So this is how it performed. So these are all the information. So I'm going to choose the another tab here because I left the other things. So let me go back to the tabs, which is like this one. So I forgot to get all the information here. So here are all the kernel versions and memory size available, disk space available, and this is some browser information. And what else we have, like a Mesa and LLVM pipe information will be available, but I already showed you Mesa version. And also you should be seeing the monitor resolution and the desktop environment as a JWM. Window protocol is X11, and here is the Mesa information. Here is my monitor resolution. So if you want some information here, you can just pause the video and read everything. So we got all the information, so there is literally nothing left. In order to download, you can just click on the Javi-OS files and you can download it. So that was the Javi-OS. Here is the installer. It's a refactor installer. You know how to install you already know how to use the refactor installer. So I'm going to end the video here, and you don't see any desktop features here other than the internet connection and some date and time. So this is how it performed in my virtual machine. So I already restarted it 3 times. I already said my words, my opinion on this distribution. So I'm going to end this video. So if you're a normal user, it's better to stay away from this distribution. And if you're a Linux tester or a distro hopper, you can try it in the virtual machines. So that's the video, and the password for the live boot is 1811. So this is how it looks, power options. So thanks for watching. Peace out. And also I'll be posting like 2 videos daily. So if you want to subscribe, you can subscribe.